Welcome to Random Movie Reviews. I'm Nathan, and today I'll be talking about Clue. Before I jump into the review, I just have to give a big fat thank you to all the subscribers I've gotten recently. My last several videos have done well above average in comparison to what my videos normally do on such a small channel. My 10 underrated horror movie video in particular did way better than I thought it would, and it got a great reaction from you guys. I got a lot of great comments, a lot of very nice and supportive comments, great debate going on, a ton of likes and subscribers as a result, and great viewership. And so seriously, thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I can't even really properly express how much that means to me. All of you are helping me make my dream come true of possibly becoming a full-time content creator. And so every time I get subscribers or every time I get really nice and thoughtful comments, it just makes me want to do that much more for you guys in terms of delivering content that you like and want to engage with. And so just know I have big plans for this channel. I'm going to be doing a lot more movie reviews and going to throw in some reaction videos, and wait till the end of this video where I'm announcing something I'm doing on a secondary channel. So I'm looking forward to that. But with all that being said, we got to talk about a movie that has become one of my go-to Spooktober films, and yet it is not a horror movie. But it has all the vibes of a fun Spooktober movie. We're talking about a creepy, isolated Gothic mansion, a mansion that has secret passageways, dark, creepy corridors, all of this taking place during a lightning storm with thunder and rain, and of course, murder.
What do you mean, murder?
It's not a horror movie. Clue is not a horror movie, but yet it feels totally appropriate to watch during the month of Spooktober for all of those reasons. Its sense of humor is very slapsticky and goofy. It almost reminds me of Abbott and Costello in that way. I'm a big fan of Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein. It's actually one of my favorite movies. And Clue kind of has some of those elements. It kind of has those early 40s kind of screwball comedic sensibilities. A lot of that has to do with the director Jonathan Lynn, who also wrote the movie. And of course, a film is only as good as its cast. And fortunately for us, the cast in Clue is nothing short of spectacular. You have Tim Curry. Tim Curry in particular is just one of the great character actors of our time. He is so charismatic and full of energy, and his performance as the butler in this movie is incredible. You have Madeline Kahn, who has maybe the best line in the movie, certainly the most iconic.
Yes, I did it. I killed Yvette. I hated her so much. Flames on the side of my face.
And then, of course, we have Christopher Lloyd and Christopher Guest from Spinal Tap, one of my favorite movies. And just the entire cast as a whole is spectacular. One of the interesting ones is that the lead singer of the punk band Fear, which I am a fan of, plays Mr. Body. Dynamite cast all the way through. I mean, if you don't know Clue, it's a board game. And the board game revolves around these strangers, all of whom have these aliases. There's, of course, Mr. Plum, Colonel Mustard, Mr. Green, Mrs. White, Mrs. Peacock, Miss Scarlet. Did I get all of them? Okay. I was seeing if I could remember all of them. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. These 6 individuals get invited to this mansion for what they think is some spontaneous dinner party. Come to find out that they are all being blackmailed because of their ties into the government. I don't know if that's actually Clue lore or if that's just kind of the story that Jonathan Lynn decided to kind of put into the movie to make it feel more like a film. I actually don't know. But regardless, it works beautifully for this movie. And then, of course, what happens?
Now,
Somebody killed Mr. Body, but who and for what reason? And from then on, the movie is complete and utter chaos. It moves like lightning. There are so many hilarious and comedic scenes throughout. It's hard to keep track. It's so just go, go, go. Funny line after funny line, funny scene after funny scene.
He had threatened to kill me in public.
Why would he want to kill you in public?
I think she meant he threatened in public to kill her.
Oh.
I've been shot. Just checking.
Everything all right?
Yep, 2 corpses, everything's fine.
Thoroughly just entertaining from beginning to end. And one of the most interesting things about Clue that I did not know until recently was that when this movie was released theatrically, each theater got a different ending. Now, I've always watched the version of this movie where you get to see all 3 of the endings. But this DVD, which I have not done this yet, but I probably should, this DVD Blu-ray in particular has the option where when you play the movie, much like the game of Clue, the ending can change depending on who you're playing with, what the clues are. You know, you mix up the 3 cards, the person, the killer, the room, and the weapon, put that in the confidential folder, and then, you know, you get different versions of who was the murderer. So this movie does that too. And this Blu-ray in particular will choose a random ending for you to see, which I think is super cool. And it's crazy to think that when this movie was released, depending on what theater you went to, you would get a completely different ending, very ahead of its time. Unfortunately, this movie didn't do well box office wise, and I think it got pretty middling reviews. But as years have gone on, this has become a pretty big cult movie. A cult so big that I wasn't even aware of how big it was. I always thought most people knew about this movie, but people love and are obsessed with Clue, and I get it. It's become one of my go-to movies for Spooktober because of all the amazing vibes. Okay, as far as which ending is my favorite, I mean, the way the movie is written, you know, every character has their own particular motivation as to why they're the murderer. I think the ending that kind of feels the most natural is the one where Miss Scarlet is the killer. That's the first ending on the Blu-ray, and then it shows you the 2 other endings. That ending feels like, okay, that feels the most natural. The funniest ending is the one where everybody killed somebody, and Mr. Green turns out to be an undercover police officer or FBI agent, and it probably contains my favorite last line to any movie ever.
Okay, Chief, take him away. I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife.
Because there's murder, because there's mystery and intrigue, because these characters are all trapped in this creepy gothic mansion that has secret passageways, and they're all scrambling to figure out what happened, and of course there's a creepy rainstorm with lightning, and they can't leave the house. This feels like a perfectly appropriate movie for Spooktober. If you go into this movie looking to have a good time, don't take it too seriously. Just enjoy it for the humor, for the vibes, for the amazing cast and the great chemistry they share together. I mean, there's so much to love about this movie, and it is a film that has officially entered my Spooktober rotation. I tend to watch this movie almost every year because it's just so much damn fun. So anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on Clue. Please let me know in the comments what you think about this movie. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What's your favorite ending? That's one I definitely want to know. Oh, before I forget, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have started a secondary channel dedicated to gaming. I'm a big gamer. I game a lot in my free time. And as of recently, I've been wanting to do more gameplay videos and uploading it to my secondary channel, Nate the Average Gamer. I recently just did a video of me playing Sega Dreamcast games for the first time ever. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, or if I have any subscribers who are also gamers, I'll put a link to that video down below. Feel free to click it, and if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe and comment, and, you know, always appreciate the support I get from you guys. And one thing I would like to do that would kind of tie into this channel is talk about movie-based games, which there are a ton of, some of which are kind of obscure, games like The Warriors or Jaws Unleashed, and that would be kind of an interesting way to tie into this channel, which is all movie-based. So if you guys made it to this part of the video, any gamers out there, listen in the comments below what your favorite movie tie-in video games are. so I can get some ideas for some gaming content on my other channel. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching.